This is Coyote News.
D-Day's activities continue through the weekend. Coyote News' Sydney Funderman is live in the muck to find out about the Freedom Forum's involvement in Saturday's big game. Sydney?
Thanks, Hannah. I'm here with Jean Policinski, who is the Senior Fellow for the First Amendment at the Freedom Forum. Could you maybe tell me a little bit more of what the Freedom Forum is for those who may not know?
It's a nonprofit, really educational group that has a mission of really helping people understand their First Amendment freedoms, not lecturing to them, but just saying you need to know these core freedoms in order to be a full citizen. So it's educational and nonpartisan.
The Freedom Forum is hosting a tailgate event on Saturday. Why does the Freedom Forum believe that a First Amendment awareness campaign is necessary?
Well, we do an annual survey. As much as we talk about the First Amendment, we also want to listen to what people have to say around the country. So we do a survey every year, which asks people their knowledge and opinions about the First Amendment. And we find out a lot of people have questions or really don't quite understand what all five freedoms are all about. So part of our mission is to go out and take those survey results and talk to people and answer questions and be present. So we think we're going to do a number of campus events. We had a round table at the University of Georgia last month. We're going to do this tailgate event here, be in the parade, be present with a tent at the football game. And then we're going to be going to Morgan State for a town hall meeting with students. So we will see which one works best, but we're really glad to be at USD. Freedom Forum has a long history at USD, starting with our founder, Al Newharth, who graduated from USD. So we're glad to be back.
How have you seen this change over the course of your career?
Well, I think we're slightly more knowledgeable probably as a group of citizens because we're so much more engaged now with marches and petitions for change, and we're using them. We may not understand why we have them or where they came from, but we don't teach a lot about them. I think a lot of Americans assume First Amendment freedoms will be around sort of like air. And every generation has to learn that they need to be refreshed and renewed and applied to different circumstances. So we're here to help the current generation of students and other citizens. How do you apply those freedoms to what we do in our life today?
Is there any plans for more events like this in Future Dakota Days?
Well, we'd like to come back, I suspect, for Dakota Days in a number of ways. For a lot of years, we had an award that was presented here in Al's name. But, USD with the Al Newharth Media Center is very dear to the hearts of all of us at the Freedom Forum. So Dakota Days is a great way to reach out to not just the current students, but of course alumni and staff and others in the community. So we'll have to see, but I hope we can do something in a given year about reminding people about their freedoms.
And finally, since it is Dakota Days, what are you most excited for this weekend?
Well, I don't know. I'm going to ask my colleagues. I don't know if it's the parade, the tailgate moment, the game. There's some games and a trivia contest during the game. So we'll be present all the way through Saturday. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Thank you so much for being here, Jean.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
Live in the muck for Coyote News, I'm Sydney Funderman.
Thanks, Sydney. The tailgate begins Saturday morning at 10.